off the bench today. The time is now. The man is Jordan Hendrikse. He gets us underway for quarter-final number 4 in the Vodacom URC.
Good exit.
Okay, Munster on the line.
Casey.
Munster on the line.
How many? Good opportunity now for
5 man.
The Sharks
5 man called.
Inside the half of the Munster men. Lineouts have been working. There might have been not
Sharks
a lot of things
in,
working
please.
for them throughout the season. Lineouts have been
10
one of those.
meters. Sixers receiver. Ball.
Quality work at line-out time to start things off for the Sharks. It is one of the areas of play where they have a distinct advantage on
Don't change
Munster.
the bind. Next
Munster
stoppage.
have done a lot of ball carrying throughout this Vodacom URC season. Jaden Hendrikse dummies the kick. Sends it to his brother Jordan.
Hold here.
Etzebeth. Looking for quick ball. Jaden Hendrikse away to Esterhuizen, short from Koch to Kolisi.
Play on. Knock on advantage in the tackle.
Compromise pass for Hendrikse. Knock on advantage
Okay, stay
to
there.
the Sharks.
Okay, advantage over.
Hendrikse to Hendrikse.
Advantage was over. Obstruction.
Obstruction called. And this is what we spoke about it in the build-up. Those post-contact meters, getting over the advantage line. Kolisi did really well, stayed on his feet, got post. Then just not quick enough ball for the Hollywoodbets Sharks. Even Etzebeth just overrunning his line. That's
Okay, front man.
held ball by Jordan Hendrikse, but
There you go.
taking the man out, so tackle not being able
How
to be
many?
made. And those are some
many?
of the
Five?
complaints we've heard throughout
Five.
the season.
5 man.
Attacking opportunity, looking for ways to get past
Stay there,
the
Sharks,
defensive
don't
line,
scream. Thank
and
you.
then unforced errors just blocking their way.
7 receiver. In the 5.
Omani takes
Off
it
the
at 2
leg.
ball for Munster. Peeling away his hotnet. Brought down by Mbonambi. One of those 12 starting Springboks for the Sharks. 15 in the squad of 23 in total. Tom Farrell absolutely smashed backwards by who other than Nche. Tygburn head down,
Tackle now.
fouling for the captain
There's
of
the ball.
Munster. That's the
Don't hold
breakdown
him in.
point for the men in red.
Don't. You're
Got some
blocking
space
him
to
in.
work
I'm
with
not
down
going
to
to
the
penalise
left.
if you're
Casey,
holding him
you
down.
need some numbers there. Farrell does very well to get it to Nankiville, and outside it goes to Hodnett. The cover defense, they're a number for the Sharks, and they get the job done.
Yeah, the ball just didn't come out quick enough for Casey. He had spotted it, but he was still trying to dig for the ball, trying to get quick ball.
Okay, on the edge.
I think he was looking to go
On the
for the
edge.
dink over the top because it was only Ethan Hooker that
No,
was flying
no.
at the back.
Take a step. Stephen.
Made the
Step,
look,
please.
got the overman, the
Step,
Tom
please.
Farrell.
Don't.
Running out of space to
Lads, step.
Hodnett, not able to stay on his feet.
It's outside the 20.
Great cover work using the touchline
All
as
the
the
way
extra
out, guys.
defender.
It's outside. Outside. Move up. Thank you.
Bongi Mbonambi. Jenkins takes it again for the Sharks. Options galore for the team in black tonight.
And away now.
Line-out time.
Ball's there. Onside.
Including Vincent
Okay,
Tshituka
use it.
starting
Don't hold
on
him.
the flank today. He's played lock many times this season. Great clearance kick that from Jaden Hendrikse.
Live.
Leaving kick two. Munster just
There's the
trying
mark.
to get in slow ball down. They understand that that's where Jaden Hendrikse's fault particularly
Okay, I'll
lies.
have a look. Ball went out.
But he's got
Was
a
that
great
4?
boot on him. That's the kicking
4.
game. That's
Yeah,
what they
4
can
man.
use to their advantage tonight.
4 man.
The Hollywoodbets Sharks. Keep Munster pinned, keep making them work.
7's receiver. Stay 2. Thank you. I'll do. Stay 2 at the back.
Omani
5.
at the front of the line-out again. Pressure on from Jenkins makes a difference. Jack Crowley, the talented 10, hangs one up out wide. Not too much depth on that. Great
knock on
contest under the ball. Mapimpi can't hold on.
Hold here. The advantage over.
Casey clears
Let
from the
it go.
base. Coombs keeps his feet, gets the offload away. Munster keep moving forward. Isolated just for a moment, but they
Timing's
manage to
fine.
hold on to possession. Nankiville gets it over the top some way, somehow. Nche can't hold on.
And just the double wave attack that Munster create every single time. They've got one of runners coming as the short option, but they're always looking to go deep, and they've always got players in motion.
Time off. Slow down.
Hollywoodbets Sharks defence just being caught too narrow at the moment, and they're not afraid to keep ball and play. This was brilliant work. Got up early, did Aphelele Fassi, and then it was just the rebound ball that Takir Abrams.
Yeah, have a word.
And that's what started it again, getting on the front foot, just making sure he gets past that first tackle defence.
Yeah. Thanks.
And that's when that second wave, third wave goes. They look for the back ball. Always options around the ball carrier.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No issues. All good. I had to make a couple of decisions on tackle timing. They were both okay, but just be aware that'll be tackle timing. Yeah, there's two fine, but just make sure that we're not doing them late. Time on.
Strong leadership core here at the Hollywoodbets Sharks. Even Etzebeth captain today, Kolisi.
Left. Control the weight.
Bongi and Mbonambi
Meet in the middle.
12 Springboks on the field.
Enough old heads that understand how to win big matches. They're going to need them to come into play tonight too.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Okay, that's the first one. First one. Control the weight, good engagement. Just settle, hit and settle.
I think the call just coming from the Hollywoodbets Sharks that Munster not engaging. They're pulling out of the contest.
Control the weight across. Good stability after the hit.
First one though.
Quite to the scrum that the Sharks can boast here this evening.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Jaden Hendrikse feeds. The Sharks win the penalty.
Three angle. No,
that's what they've been missing throughout the season.
Must stay straight.
Going for those scrum penalties, trying to win that arm wrestle. Vincent Koch, the man standing up, knowing that he did his job, beat the man on Michael Mull.
Jordan Hendrikse knocks it into touch. Line up to the Sharks in Munster's 22-metre line.
Yes, you got the initial hit on Mull, did Koch, and then you can see he goes straight over the mark initially.
Sharks all the way, please.
And it was just trying Stephen Archer on the tight head side. That wasn't scrumming straight either, so good win for the Hollywoodbets Sharks.
Mbonambi feeds to Jenkins, and Mbonambi coming around the corner. Good hands from the hooker. And the Sharks on the front foot. Hendrikse.
Advantage knock on.
Sends it away to a strong pod. The knock on comes, picked up by Hodnett. Coombs with the good hands. Nankiville popping another one over the top. Difficult one for Nash to deal with.
The advantage is over. It's carried back. Onside.
Casey.
Gets
it away to Michael Milne. Arrived early from Leinster when there was a crisis in the front row at Munster a few months back. What an impact he's made. Fine clearance from Munster.
And that's smart play by Munster because it had been carried back, so they then reset the pod inside the 22 to allow Jack Crowley to be able to exit.
There you go.
58 points to his name.
How many Sharks?
Jack
5
Crowley.
Man, 5 called.
He's going to become very important in this
game,
all the way, in those later
please.
stages.
Yeah. There is the interim head coach of Munster, Ian Costello.
Get him in the middle.
Replaced Graham Roundtree at the end of 2024. Eben Etzebeth, this time the option for the Sharks. Fenter sends it away, and the chip over the top, slightly long for Esterhuizen to put pressure on the kick. Wow. Great initiation of the counter-attack from Diarmuid Kilgovern. Here's Taki Abrahams. Back on his old hunting grounds. Craig Casey. Pressure of the Sharks defensive line putting Munster in all sorts of trouble, but now they skip to the outside and they have something on through Kilgallen. Great ruck clearance, quick ball for Casey to send to his back line. And the cross kick from Crowley. He is accurate with these. There's pressure on Mapimpi on the outside. Great play from Calvin Nash. He's in the corner.
Well, Calvin Nash, the man with the Hollywood name, gets his try and the first one of the match, but this comes off a brilliant counter-attack off of a poor kick from Hendrikse, far too deep, and then it was all about hitting, keeping ball alive, and look at the accuracy, spotted the space behind Mapimpi, hoped he got the lucky bounce. He did Calvin Nash, but the ball in playtime by Munster, the offloads catching the defense of the Hollywoodbets Sharks just too flat, not making those first-time tackles, allowing someone like Jack Crowley with too much time and space.
Deadly cross kick of Jack Crowley. Deadly off the tee as well. What a kick from Crowley. Turns 5 into 7. Munster take the lead.
Look at the quick ball. All the bodies in motion. Goes behind the back because they had the dummy runner in Mul. Picks it up off the ground. Has the awareness to spot the space behind Mapimpi. And Calvin Nash chasing like his life. Had to strike first at Munster. Give themselves a bit of advantage in the match, especially if you're playing away from home.
Yet to win at Kings Park, they've lost one and drawn one in the history of the URC, now in its 4th season. The kick goes long, taken in by Gavin Coombs.
Okay, use it!
Youngest player to ever win a Munster Player of the Year. Casey sends one over the top.
Contest, red ball.
Looks like it crossed the plane of touch before he, well, no, it's going to be a line onto Munster.
I think that's the right call. It was just stayed in field. That's why he went up for the ball.
I don't think it was. I don't think
Fassi
it was.
thought that he
I'll look at it. I don't think it was.
Not the best decision. Could have just let it bounce and just let it go out of touch.
Just stay there.
Ball still in play there.
Oh, how many guys? 5 man. Thank you.
Another 2 ball for Munster. Omani takes it. And more hard work for John Hodgett.
Okay, use it.
Craig Casey pops one over the top again. Another well-measured kick. Charging onto that is Ethan Hooker, fearlessly claiming it out of the air. Michael Milne cannot turn it over on the ground, but Tshituka can't hold on to it. Knock on from the Sharks.
Just because they lack the depth in the attack from the Sharks at the moment. Soft balls, unforgiving balls. Vincent Tshituka came in at a good line. Spotted the space, spotted the soft shoulder.
Just need to stay straight. I'll look at him, but for me, you went on.
Jenkins should take that, but
nice
I think
and
he
straight,
was looking
don't
at
step
the
left. Nice and straight.
Space between Tagburn and might have been Hodnett. Then he was looking to run into.
Okay, time off.
He caught the soft shoulder of both of them, but unable to keep ball in hand.
I'm just reminding you, just stay square. I've told him
that
the last penalty was for him going in. Just reminding you, just stay square. Okay.
Hot and cold during the URC this season. Been a while since they scored a try here at the Shark Tank. Went without a try altogether against the Scarlets.
I understand, but make sure your guys aren't getting in around the...
Onto the field comes Emile van Heerden to replace Jason Jenkins.
Was he bound, wasn't he bound? It's 50-50, okay? I don't think it made any difference to the charge. But I will look at it. Okay.
Has to be...
Just say, make sure you're bound on the rocket on this side. Just when you're setting up for the box, just make sure you're bound.
Heard John Pumphrey saying in the coach's interview he wanted to see the combination between Eben Etzebeth and Jason Jenkins to see how they're able to control those lineouts, what they're able to do. 2 big, physical, strong
Square
runners.
contest. Okay, time on.
Playing a couple more minutes than I think he probably bargained on. 2 kilogram difference in the pack weights between these 2 sides.
Crouch.
It is wet underfoot
Bind.
too. A bit slippery.
Set!
Reasonably high average weight in these bets. Breaking from the base, Craig Casey.
22 is on.
Using that educated boot of his to perfection here this evening. Fassi can't stay in field.
It's pinpoint accuracy too. All the sweepers of the Hollywoodbets Sharks at the moment being caught on the back foot, just too deep. Not able to gather those kicks. But look at this. Gets up, picks the space right between Tshituka as well as Hendrikse. Shot off the man, gone.
Don't creep, don't creep.
To mark Tom Farrell, looks like gets it over in the 22. Great attacking opportunity.
Another 2-ball for Munster, taken clean by Omani. Driving forward with the maul as well. It comes unstuck in Scannell. Breaks free. Here's Casey. Munster on the front foot.
No hands
Eben sets the ruck. Casey with the delayed ball, absolutely brilliant to Jean Klein. Munster are making meters. They're clearing the ball from the ruck at a rapid pace. Casey. Milne. Powers through the 2 big hits. Coombs gets it away under pressure to Jean Klein.
Outside here.
Casey steps away. It's time for the big boys to rumble on. Stephen Archer. They send it blind again to Coombs. Munster players sweeping around to the right, ruck after ruck, and the Sharks are under pressure. Casey feeds Milne again. Inching their way towards the line, and the penalty comes.
Mark's here.
Breakdown discipline is going to be so important for the Hollywoodbets Sharks, especially in these areas.
Mark's just on the 5 here.
We were speaking about post-contact meters for the Hollywoodbets Sharks, but Munster are getting post-contact meters, getting over that advantage on every single hit. The highline defense of the Hollywoodbets Sharks are trying to come up, make those hits, but they're not making their first-time tackles. So it's slippery, they're getting through. This is where the penalty comes. Doesn't roll out of the way, does Emile van Heerden. Vincent Tshituka tries to get over. You said it's going to be kind of like those test match battles. It's going to be tight. Every point's going to be taken if it's easy points. Why not if you got someone like Jack Crowley?
Clutch player, Jack Crowley. Far simpler effort at posts than the conversion, but he had to kick over with the flag stay down, and the Munster fans are stunned.
Commentator's first ball.
Oh, coming right.
Sorry,
okay.
Jack.
I'll look at it, yeah.
He came to the wrong stadium today too.
Okay,
Happy man, though.
The wheels of Centre Spur. Jordan Hendrikse to get us back underway after that shocking miss from Jack Crowley, considering the talents he has at his disposal. Ethan Hooker juggles.
Tackle now, tackle, let it come, let it come.
Bring it in,
let it come, no, it's a
tackle called. The players must release on the ground, and
no,
ball is recycled for Munster.
No, ball was out.
Casey gets it free. One of a couple of players from Munster to undergo surgery in December, but he's back in action, is Casey. Oh, the kick over the top is brilliant. Their kicking is so on point tonight.
Ooh, speaking about the kicks from a hand from the Hollywoodbets Sharks and how accurate they have been.
What's that?
But Jack Crowley and Craig Casey have just been pinpoint perfection.
It doesn't jump it
tonight.
That's what triggered it. That's what triggered it. Yeah. Craig, don't trigger it. Don't trigger it.
A nervous silence has taken hold of Kings Park for the time being.
Just hold. Come in. Happy there. Thank you.
Approaching the halfway point of the first half. Bongi and Mbonambi to Eben Etzebeth. Safe ball for the Sharks. Nche trusted with a carry.
Okay, use it. Stay on side.
Jaden Hendrikse takes his time, sets up the clearance. Strong angle on that one, and Munster will remain on attack.
Just on the edge of the fight. Thank you.
Really rough throughout the season, Munster, but tonight been firing really well. Stepped up a notch when needed.
7 man, 7.
Been feasting on the 2-ball. Now they head to the back.
Backwards.
And it's gone wrong for Munster. And the Sharks capitalise with a counter-attack. Jordan Hendrikse looking to initiate. Eventually, the knock-on is called.
And that must have come from the AR because it wasn't initially called. But there was an early read that the ball had gone over.
What's that?
See Bongi really well getting over, trying to get in between man and ball. Just knocking it on in the process. So another opportunity, another set-piece opportunity for
real
Munster.
good last one, same again.
And these set players are looking really good too. They've got 2 options in Jack Crowley to Keir Abrams. He likes to hang out wide, but then you've got Tom Farrell who plays as the second playmaker, really allows for a stable backline for Munster at the moment.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Casey feeds a stable scrum. Crowley not the first receiver this time. It's Ntuthuko, born in Auckland, New Zealand, formerly of the Waikato Chiefs. Crowley now hangs one high for Calvin Nash to get after. Nash does well to get underneath that ball, but it's taken in by the Centurion, Lukhanyo. And spilled by the Sharks right away, fed away by Stephen Archer. Sharp hands from the tight head prop. Casey clears. Here's Farrell. Negotiates the contact well, and Takir Abrahams launches himself into contact away from his supporting players. Penalty shots.
The duo of Vincent, Koch and Jaden Hendrikse. Unlikely duo, but a duo that works. What's definitely got to be alarm bells in the Hollywoodbets Sharks' eyes at the moment is the way that Munster is able to convert defense into attack and how quickly they're able to do it. They get into shape really, really quickly.
Just on the edge of the white.
Keir Abrams completely isolated, a couple bodies on ground, not really sure whether it was Casey or Nankaville who needed to go in for the clean, but stable base, great steal.
Munster, don't creep, please!
Jaden Hendrikse probably getting a couple of tips from Vincent Koch while he was over there.
Bongi Mbonambi.
Time is good.
To feed the line out. He aims for Emile van Heerden, and the Sharks set them all, but can they get it rolling? Munster dominating possession and territory for the time being in this quarterfinal. Jaden Hendrikse will send one over the top for Hooker to chase. It's been a well-worn part for the Sharks this season, sending the high ball up on the wings. Quite often Eben Etzebeth chasing along with Ethan Hooker, making a deadly combination. This time Hooker on his own, and Munster claim it confidently.
Okay, Munster, use it. Let him up.
Game plan working to perfection for the time being.
Thank you.
Casey sends a high ball over the top for Fassi to field, and Fassi takes it clean this time.
Stripped, play on.
Hendrikse to Etzebeth.
Nah, I think
that's going to be frustration.
We
saw Vincent Tshituka knock on, even Etzebeth knock on. It just looks like when they start trying to put phases together.
You've had guys down as well. Yeah, you have. You have in the first. Yeah, of course. Want to move over here?
Oh, there was Emile van Heerden. Definitely wasn't expecting that ball. Thought it was going to go back ball. He was the dummy runner. Issue like that is if you've got 2 options, you've got the back ball as an option. But if you're running as the short option, the one thing the coach is always going to tell you is expect the ball hands up. The ball could be coming to you.
Just had a couple holding up in the ground.
It's just an unforgiving pass, but just when they look to try string a couple phases together, the Hollywoodbets Sharks just lacking the rhythm that we've been speaking about throughout the season.
Well, they've lost 1 in their last 7 matches. Happens to be a loss against Leinster here at home by 7 points to 10, but there have been fine margins in so many of those victories. In fact, Munster have been better on the attack and better in the try-scoring stakes than the Sharks have been this season.
Yeah, just make sure we're not holding on the ground after the
deficit around.
The thing is, they've got to get out of the one-dimensional attack that they've created. Not enough options. They don't have the 2-on-1 running where you're making a defender sit and think about whether the ball's going to go or whether it's actually they're going to have to make the hit. At the moment, it's very, very, very predictable. First four are jumping off of the fence for Munster. They're making their first-time tackles, which puts the next pass under pressure. As soon as that next pass is under pressure, everyone is flat. You've got to look for depth, revert back to the kicking game that works for them, and make Munster play deep out of their own 22.
Good stability. Meet in the middle.
As for Munster, they know how to get it done. The time that they won the URC, they travelled to Glasgow and won. They travelled to Leinster and won in dramatic fashion before heading down to Cape Town and knocking over the Stormers.
Bind! Set! Hold it square!
We're in the 23rd minute and Munster are 7 points in the lead here in Durban. Crowley sent one over the top for Nankiville to chase, bisecting Ethan Hooker and Fassi, tracking back to get to that one. Hooker on the counter. Hooker beats the first and the second. Hooker takes on another. Here he comes. Can't get his foot to the ball.
Knock on.
We said there's going to be special moments, special players. Ethan Hooker, one of those special players.
No.
He knows how to accelerate into the smallest bit of space. He's a strong, bustling runner, fighting through three defenders, looks up, sees another one, knows he can get around, he's got the strength to do it, and then just doesn't get through to ball. Had an inside runner in Lukhanyo. That's what you look like in the commentary box, Paul.
Good ball. Tried to kick it, he missed it with the boot. Okay, let's go. Wind up.
Nerves are at a high level here tonight. Great to see this level of rugby being played in the Vodacom URC. The build-up to the quarterfinals is so massive in this competition, running all the way from 2024 into 2025. Now high-stakes rugby all the way to
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Craig Casey.
No. We get the back, please.
Short on.
Early.
Looks like that call's gone against Vincent Koch for early engagement. Got to hold your weight.
Crowley hangs one high.
You have to work all the way around into the back of him.
So it would be quite a profitable tactic from the Stormers on Friday evening.
Stay on side, thank you.
Warriors, one of the only profitable things for the Stormers on that evening.
Inside.
Oxenshire.
Okay, use the ball. Sharks, thank you. Onside.
Jaden Hendrikse. Familiar sight of the number 9, tracking the ball to the back of the rack in the Sharks 22. He kicks one. A big hit from the Sharks.
For the Wolves there, Jack Crowley went up, was brave. I think the call was
obstruction,
an
changing
early
lanes.
hit, trying to get the penalty.
40. It's okay.
Went down clearly. Timed perfectly, but got the penalty for the Hollywoodbets Sharks for obstruction. Oh, that's not out.
Jordan Hendrikse can't find touch, and Munster have the initiative again. Great play from Craig Casey. Ntuthuko Abrams.
Okay, use it.
Tucks in, heads into contact. And Casey will clear. Another well-measured kick. Nche on the chase. By hook or by crook. The Sharks hold on to possession. They're on their own 10-metre line, continuing to lose the territorial battle.
Red release.
He's opening 25 minutes. Munster hunting it on the ground here. Great counteract from the Munster men. They cannot complete the job though, and Hendrikse will have the chance to send one over the top for Etzebeth to chase. Leading the charge though is Mapimpi up against Ntuthuko Abrams.
He doesn't have to let him up. No,
for the Hollywoodbets Sharks. That's a ninth handling error in the first half, in the first 26 minutes. For the Hollywoodbets Sharks. It's frustrating for them. It just halts their attack. Not able to create anything.
Yeah. I'm going to come this side.
Because the ball is so
Just
loose
watch
and
the early
slippery,
push.
because you want to send someone up into the air,
Okay.
if it isn't working for you, perhaps you got to change tactics. Wait for the player to come down, make the hit, get up and try the steal. At the moment, doesn't look like the plan is working, so you got to perhaps go look for the unconventional route. Beaten at the moment.
The Sharks fans making their own fun, starting a Mexican wave here at Kings Park. Good crowd out to support their home team, and it will be their final home game of the season.
Say this.
The Sharks have had to make 42 tackles
Good to go.
so far. This is
Okay,
only the
time out,
16
guys.
that Munster had to make in the first 27 minutes. Munster, conversely, have made 42
there's the ball.
carries versus only the
Munster
18
ball.
of the Hollywoodbets Sharks.
Yep, that's it.
Pretty much paints the picture for the Hollywoodbets Sharks at the moment. So they're going to have to find some ascendancy. They're going to have to find someone who's going to try and break the game open for them. They can't rely on luck at the moment because it just looks like the Munster men are a well-oiled machine at the moment.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Great contest at scrum time. Wisely, Munster clearing quickly from the base. Esterhuizen puts pressure on the kick. Tracking back to tidy things up is Craig Casey, the ever-present number 9. Archer gets it away to his propping partner, Michael Milne.
Okay, Munster, use it.
Casey is back on his feet, which he will use to clear this ball. Another hanging kick for Nche to chase. He is putting tremendous pressure on the Sharks' receipt of these contestable kicks. No call.
Yeah, not coming there.
And eventually it comes. Knock on from Munster's scrum shots.
I think there was a couple of Martin throats for the Hollywoodbets Sharks when the knock-on call didn't come.
Yeah.
Calvin Nash gets really good height on his vertical. He's able to get really,
Yeah,
really high, long
they are
arms.
just informed me, yeah. I didn't get that. Guys, I spoke to them about holding players on the ground. I don't want to see you guys doing it as well, okay? I don't have to deal with that.
Kicks from hand.
Knock on in
13
this
versus
half, sorry.
only the 5, and you can see how high Calvin Nash got up there. Vincent Tshituka had to clean up.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that
Yeah.
knock-on was called because there was already a couple of Munster men getting in line, waiting for those offloads.
So Red was pulling. Yeah, I don't want to see you pull him in. No, I don't want to see you pull him in. The AR's got good eyesight from that far. Okay, just don't do it. What's that? Yeah, spoke to him. Oh, yeah. Just hit and stable. Hit and stable.
In the pre-match build-up, Munster were talking about how they were going to have to watch out for the high ball coming from the Sharks, but it's Munster who've been putting all the pressure on that.
Bind. Set.
The assistant referee with the good eyesight is Sam Grove Wright
Advantage.
of the Scottish Rugby Union, just like our referee Mike Adamson. Penalty advantage for the Sharks. Can they take advantage of that? Fassi takes him on, and on the outside he has Ethan Hooker waiting.
Another knock on
Number
the
3
bottom of that
collapsing.
attack, but had penalty advantage at the scrum. Vincent Koch again getting the man up from Michael Milne.
Number 3 collapsing.
Steve Archer collapsing.
Close call, guys.
Stephen Archer, who's retiring at the end of the season after over 300 appearances for Munster.
Yeah, went straight down.
Okay, if you just move it all up.
That's Stephen Archer.
Okay. Just so it was.
Well,
Thank you.
I suppose if the attack is breaking down in midfield, the man with the long boots got to come and save the day.
Did so in spectacular fashion recently in the final of the Currie Cup with a dramatic winning kick to Jordan Hendrikse.
Just get timing, guys.
It's a clean strike, but it goes drifting away. The flag stayed on. The scoreline remains as is. In the 32nd minute of this match, Munster leads 7 points to 0. Jack Crowley sends it long to his opposite number, Jordan Hendrikse, who feeds it away to Tshituka. Eligible for the Springboks this year at last, Vincent Tshituka, along with his brother Manu Tshituka. Hendrikse to Fassi. Straight in and over the top of Kilgallen. Jaden Hendrikse under pressure. And Dermot Kilgallen makes his presence felt.
Ball's there.
Fills in at halfback. Here's Fenter.
Okay, Sharks.
The Sharks attack not just spluttering but completely stalled for the time being.
Inside.
Jaden Hendrikse sends one high for Etzebeth to chase. He's going to get underneath this one. Taps it back for Hooker. Hooker drops another man. Good clearance from Koch. Attacking potential for the Sharks. They send it deep to Fassi again. He skips to the outside once more. Esterhuizen feeds Mapimpi. Mapimpi. Jaden Hendrikse off to Mbonambi.
No.
Hendrikse for Nche. The most positive attacking play for the Sharks thus far. They change direction to Esterhuizen, the battering ram. Hendrikse for Etzebeth now. Tightening things up as they approach the try line. Hendrikse feeds Mbonambi.
No.
They have firepower up front tonight, do the Sharks. But Koch is fired back from whence he came by Hodnett and Omani. To the open side again while the Sharks are lined up on the blind. Quick ball needed. Hendrikse clears. Munster come rushing up. Jaden Hendrikse to Jordan Hendrikse, who's hunted down by Tom Farrell.
Yeah.
Hendrikse for Tshituka. Heading backwards now with ball in hand after a couple of line breaks, and now Kolisi. Alex Nankivell makes a strong tackle. Jaden Hendrikse sends one over the top. It's all on the bounce here. Tucker Abrahams takes it well. Can Munster protect this ball on their own try line? Manly work from the Munstermen. Casey fires it deep. Absolutely no pressure on Jack Crowley, who clears confidently. Only as far as Jordan Hendrikse. Hendrikse steps into action. Mapimpi manufactures some quick ball and looks to break the line himself. Makazole, Mapimpi. He's taking them all on. Jaden Hendrikse now. Oh, it's been intercepted. Visionary play by Tyg Byrne, the captain of Munster. Rescues his side.
Munster, there's the ball. Stay on side.
Incredible work from Tyg Byrne. Turnover specialist, but that's usually on the ground.
My goodness. We speak about the attacking play of the Munster men, but the defensive work, Tyg Byrne stays on side, keeps it there. That just shows exactly what it feels like at Hollywoodbets Kings Park at the moment. They've shown phases of play where they look brilliant, the Hollywoodbets Sharks. Makazole Mapimpi, a warrior out in those wider channels, staying on his feet, running straight at the players. Got to front up physically against Munster. Got to make sure you get in their faces. You can't stand back.
Yeah, you have, but it's only meant to be at tries. Yeah. I understand, but if we need to get it on, I understand.
Almost all started on the other end.
Yeah, you just clear that entry off.
Strong he was, but look at that heads-up play. Realizes he can fight through absolutely anyone. Has a fend and then makes the hit.
I think it's just. I think it's a good contest. I think we're just a good contest. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the.
May have noticed that he was number 70 on the URC top 100.
I'm checking your 9 to see if it's impeding him. I'm slowing him down. So that's who I'm
Aphelele
watching. And if I feel he gets slowed down,
and if you're wondering who's number 1, it's the number 1 on the field right now for the Sharks.
We reviewed it and there was no foul play. Okay, we did look at it, yeah.
It continues the tradition of front breakers leading that lot. Stephen Kitzel.
Okay, 5-man. Okay, time's on.
The Stormers.
Get through a step.
Bongi and Mbonambi. Big play here for the Sharks.
Have to strike before half-time.
Contest at the front, but Eben Etzebeth takes it, no problem. Jaden Hendrikse at first receiver. Esterhuizen takes some stopping. Hendrikse gets it away. Good play from the Sharks with men in motion. Now quick ball for Hendrikse. Nche can't hold on.
Nothing forward yet from Munster. Advantage knock on Sharks.
Exasperation in Durban tonight for the fans that have come to see the heroes of the Hollywoodbets Sharks take to the field. Littered with Springboks. They've been waiting for them to spark into action all season. And it's only come in fits and starts. The former champions of the Challenge Cup up until Bath won it just last weekend. Eben Etzebeth looking for the charge down. Once more, Jordan Hendrikse keeping that ball in field somehow. The former Blitzbok and the Springbok Jordan Hendrikse pops one over the top for Fassi. They keep it alive. Numbers on the outside here for the Sharks. Esterhuizen feeds it to pop ball for Kolisi. It's off target.
Let go.
That's the energy that they need. But they need it to work. They have to be able to top it off and round it off. Jordan Hendrikse deep, creating that counter-attack, making sure he gets players in motion. Everyone going, the communication, letting go, playing around the back, creating the extra man. Just that last pass from Kolisi not getting to Ntuthuko.
Well, with the smorgasbord of Springboks that the Sharks have on offer to them, it puts a lot of pressure on the team with the fans that come to watch. They expect absolute gold week in and week out.
Well, look what these guys can do with the green and gold on and how they're able to connect and gel and understand each other at a deeper level. Could be because there are so many of them, they might be playing at a completely different frequency that everyone around them is playing at, and that's why we've seen the lack of consistency in the side.
Okay, no problem.
But there are moments, those moments are the ones that they will try and look to, that they need to, you know,
Munster,
top
good to go.
There's still another 43 minutes left to play, but if they weren't to win it, they would feel that those were the moments. That's where they were able,
just stay about
where they lost the game. The other would be the 12 handling errors in the first half.
Receivers at the back.
Crazy number that.
We're outside.
Niall Scannell
feeds
to Jean-Claude. The Springbok lock for Munster. Pushed aside by Springbok teammate Eben Etzebeth. Great work from Tshituka and Etzebeth.
Defensive grunt.
There's the front man.
Made the hit, and it came early from Vincent Tshituka as well as Eben Etzebeth. Went straight through the middle, so all legal. Able to get ball in hand if they wanted to. Took the man out, and now they got a line up. And we said they got a strike before the end of the first half.
5-man.
Now is the time. Mbonambi feeds. Tshituka can't hold on to the ball, and Munster have the chance to launch an attack from their own 22. Crowley dummies the kick, sends it to Makazole. Loves to run with the ball. Farrell.
Okay, 10 out, 10 out. Sharks, stay out.
Brought down by Coombs, fighting to protect that ball. Now Craig Casey. 90 seconds remain in the first 40 minutes. And the Sharks not making the most of the home quarterfinal for the time being. Craig Casey. Crowley sends up a contestable. Ntuthuko can't get the brilliant take out of the air by Diarmid Kilgallen. Munster are absolutely dominating the aerial battle here tonight. And finally, a handling error comes from the Irishman. It's going to be a scrum feed to the Sharks to close out the first half. What a player, what a captain, Tyke Byrne, taking over from Peter Omani, retiring at the end of the season.
Here we go. Say again? I don't think it is. I can still, I'm looking at it and I can still see it.
From Munster thus far. Against a scrum with 6 Springboks. And perhaps 1 Springbok in waiting in Vincent Tshituka.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Jaden Hendrikse.
Stepping away, stepping back, play.
Feeds a scrum, free kick to the Sharks, tapped from Jaden Hendrikse. Jordan Hendrikse just holds on. Josh Hognett could not get over the ball to effect the turnover. Etzebeth. Hendrikse to Esterhuizen. Rushing up on the outside, Farrell shutting down the option of the offload. Slow ball for the Sharks. Here's Etzebeth. Into the thick of things, Hendrikse gets quick ball this time, feeds his brother, and Nche is next up.
Red, stay out, thank you.
Clear lack of creativity from the Sharks thus far. Can they create something? The two brothers combine again, but Munster were waiting for that one. Nche, the tireless front ranker, carries the cause forward. Nankiville not happy with that one. Fed away by Lukhanyo. Fassi turns to the boot, charging up on the outside is Esterhuizen. Kilgallen carries it into touch and carries Munster into the half-time break with a 7-point lead. What a performance! Finest player on the field here tonight, and with your votes we will decide who is the man of the match in this Vodacom URC quarterfinal number 4. 7 points to 0, Munster lead. Jack Crowley gets us underway. Taken in by early replacement Emile van Heerden for Jason Jenkins. Jason Jenkins, who came in to replace Emile van Heerden in the starting lineup after that tryless affair against Scarlets 2 weekends ago. And that makes it 3 halves in which the Sharks have not scored a try on home ground.
Tom Farrell trying to get in and make the steal. No early release. No clear release rather from Tom Farrell. Another opportunity for the Hollywoodbets Sharks to get inside Munster attack. But you know what happens though is there's just not enough runners off the ball for the Hollywoodbets Sharks at the moment. Very stagnant in their attack and no one playing and running off of the ball in and behind the phase of play. You got to get hard up front. You got to make the Munster men make those hits.
Tshituka rising high and receiving at line-out time. Jordan Hendrikse sends one downfield, just over the head of Tucker. Abrahams allows it to bounce, but it bounced fortuitously for the Munster fullback, formerly of this parish, who dots down.
Goal line dropout. Almost thought that the bad luck of the Hollywoodbets Sharks are going to continue, and that the ball is going to run too long. Ethan Hooker making good chase, and that we spoke about how good the chases have been throughout the season for the Hollywoodbets Sharks. At the moment, Munster winning that aerial battle, they're winning the contact battle. Kicks out of hand have been working really well. Pinpoint accuracy from both Casey and Crowley.
The Sharks have a chance to start fighting in a territorial battle, which they wholeheartedly lost in the first half. Tshituka straight into the teeth of the defense. Jaden Hendrikse fires back for Mbonambi. The offload to Jordan Hendrikse. As the Sharks look to kickstart their attack in the second half. Fassi grabs one through for Makazole. Mapimpi, the bounce, no good.
And that's the kind of phase of play we can see from Aphelele Fassi when he starts injecting himself in that attacking line. He's got such good hits-up play. He can read space in behind. He knows if he needs to take it up himself. He knows if he needs to release his outside backs. This time trying to release Makazole Mapimpi, and the angle on that ball just hopping a little too sharply, too acutely for Makazole Mapimpi.
Miles Scannell feeds the line out. Early drive from the Sharks, and they give away the penalty.
Still there, early contact.
Eben Etzebeth on Peter Omani there, trying to do the same thing that him and Vincent Tshituka did in the first half, to go straight through the middle, try and kill the ball at source. Oh man!
That is ridiculous work from Fassi. Brilliant hands from the fullback. He feeds Mapimpi. Jaden Hendrikse looking to earn a penalty for the Sharks. No such luck. Hendrikse off to Jordan Hendrikse. Now Lukhanyo. He looks for the offload. Another pass that's off target for the Sharks. On the halfway line, they're under pressure on the ground. Jaden Hendrikse clears. Very flat back line, if you want to call it that, from the Sharks. Bongi and Mbonambi standing in position, fired deep this time for Fassi, who hangs one high for Kolisi to chase. Very easily taken in by Munster, and the man who's been absolutely everywhere, Craig Casey, who heads to ground for Munster, and stepping into the fray to replace him at halfback is Jack Crowley. Sends it away to Milne. Nankivell with the hands. It's Tom Farrell, number 1 in carries, number 1 in offloads in the Vodacom URC this season, number 2 in defenders beaten. Craig Casey, clear again. This time he may clear the lines. Sends one long under the pressure of Eben Etzebeth. Chasing after this one is Nche, who's been putting great pressure on these high balls. Mapimpi, with no options, heads into 2 defenders.
He's not on the ball.
Emile van Heerden. Jaden Hendrikse has been complaining about the Munster players slowing down the production of the ball for the Sharks. This kick goes too long for Hooker to put any pressure on it, and Takir Abrams has the chance to counter-attack, which he so dearly loves to do.
Wait to be played on.
Crowley hangs one up for Nche to chase again. Mapimpi getting underneath this one. Finally Crowley off target with one of those high balls, and Mapimpi runs it across field before running it forward.
Thank you.
In the center of the field, the Sharks look to spark again. Eben Etzebeth pops it back to Jaden Hendrikse. Here's Tshituka. Oh, he pops it out the back of the hand to Ethan Hooker. Ethan Hooker is going to take the run. Ethan Hooker wheeling, exploding over the line. It's detonation for the black and whites. They are dynamite.
That's exactly what Hollywoodbets Kings Park needed to get the energy up again. The only man who single-handedly has been trying to inject some energy into this game gets his name on the scoreboard. It looked very flat-footed again, trying to get in, trying to make the hit, and then the offloads had to come, and Vincent Tshituka freeing his hands in contact. And then it's all about Ethan Hooker, brilliant, weaving his way, taking on his man, backing his pace, backing his strength, and we're all square. We said it was going to need to be something opportunistic. Vincent Tshituka with almost a basketball-like pass through. Ethan Hooker, he's got pace, he's got power, he's got the energy. He's been trying to lift the side.
For all the Springboks on the field, it's one who's yet to earn his first cap, Ethan Hooker, but many consider him to be a Springbok in waiting. Jack Crowley gets us back underway with the scores level. Tshituka.
Munster release. Okay, use it, Sharks.
Sharks secure ball off the kickoff. Eben Etzebeth is after this one. Eben Etzebeth underneath the ball. Takir Abrahams unable to take it in. Play on is the call.
Behind the mark, behind the mark, behind the mark.
Might feel the pendulum of momentum starting to swing in favour of the Hollywoodbets Sharks at the moment, but they've got to keep that momentum on their side. Also can't become overwhelmed with ball in hand. They have to minimize the errors. They have to become accurate in attack.
Bongi Mbonambi feeds the line out. Fortunately, no contest there from Munster as Heerden takes it in.
Don't hold him.
Nche presents well. Jaden Hendrikse marshalling the Munster defence before hanging one over the top for Etzebeth to chase again. Once again, he's the man under the ball. Bounces kindly for Penxe, and the Sharks are back in their own 22. Here comes Mapimpi. Offload in contact. Disrupted by Craig Casey.
Yeah, the turn and pace from Craig Casey is so good because he was in the defensive line. He had to turn, he had to burn. Gets hands on ball. Maybe just complaining about a high tackle from Vincent Tshituka, I think is the call. But the one-on-one spots, keeps ball in hand, again fights through contact. The turn and burn from Casey to get a hand in it. That's why they were complaining about the high tackle. Not a bullying from Vincent Tshituka, if you ask me.
He's built for it. The feeling returning to those in the stands here at Kings Park tonight. Bongi and Mbonambi on bended knee getting treatment. So an Arsenal jersey in the crowd. We know Kolisi was on a week's break of Springbok mandated rest, but perhaps it was a week's break of celebrating Liverpool lifting the Premiership title as well.
Time on. Okay, we're on the 5. Nice and controlled.
Sharks will be looking for far more joy at this set piece, as they would have been at line-out time, where Munster have really faltered quite heavily this season.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Make no mistake, the Sharks will be looking to hold this in and earn a penalty. And that's exactly what they do. That Springbok World Cup winning front row win a penalty for the side.
Control momentum. Needed. Pin it downfield. Make sure you execute your set pieces. That was a brilliant scrum. The full pack. All working together.
Once we're on the 10. Just a reminder, you can't come past the midpoint. Okay.
Early hit. Nche just staying strong, fighting through Stephen Archer.
Etzebeth takes it at 2-ball, and the Sharks initiate their attack. It's been far more positive in the second half than it was in the first thus far.
Tackle, no, stay out, stay back. Thank you.
Jaden Hendrikse off to Bongi and Mbonambi. Hendrikse changes direction for the Sharks. Tshituka flicks one out the back of the hand. Numbers on the outside now for the Sharks. Mapimpi carries it into contact. Into the opposition 22. The Sharks are on the charge now. Hendrikse sets it free for James Penxe, who has to work hard for every one of those meters. Esterhuizen. Flat ball for Kolisi, who can't hold on. Ntuthuko looking to set the counter-attack away for Munster, but Takia Abraham's kick comes sliding off the side of the boot.
It is the last pass of the Hollywoodbets URC. Well, the Hollywoodbets Sharks playing in the Vodacom URC.
Munster on the 22.
Again, just going, trying to build those faces. Mike Haley making his way onto the park. He's got 5 tries to his name this season. They really get things going. Get the pass made, get those passes off. They've got numbers on the outside. They create the space on the outside, come back on the inside. Okay. And then that second last pass just doesn't go to
You're chatting to me a lot, okay?
Mbonambi, trick play to Eben Etzebeth at the front, and Mbonambi on the charge. Hendrikse to Tshituka. Drops the shoulder, moves forward, sets the ruck for Hendrikse to clear. Etzebeth comes wrapping around the corner. He's getting through a mountain of work, is Etzebeth, as is Makazole Mapimpi tonight. Hendrikse pops one. Number of options there for the Sharks. Just a touch of hesitation though, is Etzebeth, who knows no hesitation. Is next up. Here's Nche.
Sorry.
Good drive from the loose head prop. Jordan Hendrikse off to Lukhanyo. Hendrikse for James Venter. Big clearance at ruck time. Kolisi cuts in off the right. Mbonambi puts his head down and powers forward. They're right on the precipice now, the Sharks. Slow ball for Jaden Hendrikse. His frustration continues to grow with the interference of Munster on the ground. The Sharks driving for the line. Nche presents it. Penalty advantage to the Sharks.
Offside. Easy.
It's getting heated.
I honestly think you'd be doing
offside
better if you just went and got the ball. You're shouting me a lot.
You can understand that they want to go for the granty stuff, the physical stuff up front. At the moment, the Sharks are so tight in their attack. They're probably within a width space of not even 10 meters. You're looking perhaps 4 meters side to side. It looked like they were going to go for the tap and go, ended up turning down the tap and go, turning down the penalty, wanting to go for points, which is
but when
the
it's
first time that they're going to take the lead in this game.
I will call him off. Okay, I understand.
This is where the penalty comes in, coming from the side, trying to get hands on ball.
Or he's intentionally trying to slip. That one I just felt he thought he had rights to it. I didn't. It's an opinion.
To go straight through the middle of the rack.
So I call him off. I do understand.
I hate to be the nerd with the numbers, but no surprise that the Sharks are going for posts right now. During this season, they've kicked for post 23 times to the 9 times of Munster. Make that 24 as Jaden Hendrikse fires the Sharks into the lead for the first time tonight.
Bring them on. 1, 2 and 6.
Changes coming off the bench for Munster.
Sharks in it.
Josh Wycherley onto the field along with David Bennett. Front row changes for Munster, who have lost that momentum in the second half.
And looking for the physicality that they had in the first half, because they were beating the Hollywoodbets Sharks in physicality in the first half. Kolisi also.
So Kolisi off, Phepsi Buthelezi on, Peter Omani off the field for Munster for potentially the final time in his illustrious career.
Still inside, never outside. Inside. Okay, Sharks, use it!
Jaden Hendrikse sends another one over the top for Mapimpi and Etzebeth to chase. Oh, what a take that is from Mike Haley. The offload right in the face of contact from Tom Ahern. A rare chance for Craig Casey to clear from the base for a Munster attack here in the second half. They send it deep, confidently so, and they find Kilgallen on the run. Tshituka with a dynamic tackle on the cross cover. Craig Casey gets it free. The offload to Gavin Coombs. Moving forward, Tyke Byrne, the captain of Munster, powering into the contact. Sharp hands from Munster with this rare opportunity in the second half. Farrell cuts them open. Now they've got a number on the outside. Munster going for the line. Brilliant tackle from Aphelele Fassi, but the chance still there for the Irishman. Quick clearance from Casey. Easy as you like. Josh Wycherley casts a spell here in Durban.
And as quickly as they were under the pump from the Hollywoodbets Sharks, they strike back, and they can strike from anywhere. It started all the way inside their own half. The difference for Munster at the moment, their ruck speed, so quick. Craig Casey spotting the space. Josh Wycherley's been on the field for barely 3 minutes. Gets his name and takes back the lead for Munster men.
The tenacity of Munster on full display, just as it was in URC's second season. They're back on the road again. Crowley raises the flags. 2 more points on the board. Munster lead 14-10, and the Sharks ring the changes.
It's all the fresh legs that have come onto the park, all getting involved. Balls kept alive. Offloads are happening. The physicality up front, first-time tackles not being made, not making those positive hits. Oh, the Hollywoodbets Sharks driving them backwards. Makes it so easy. But Craig Casey, the way he's able to deliver a ball from the base of a ruck, so good. Accuracy.
Quick ball is a killer. It always has been, and it always will be. Wycherley capitalizing on that. And here is the QR code that you can scan to vote for the URC Man of the Match. Your options will come up during the second half. So scan the QR code and wait for your chance to choose who will be the finest player on the field today.
Okay, good to go.
Ian Costello can give himself a pat on the back for what he's done with this Munster side since taking over in December. He has turned their fortunes right around. Sharks get us back underway. The kick goes as far as Gavin Coombs, who's absorbed some big hits today.
Okay, Munster,
but
use
Munster
it!
were faltering heavily in December when Graham Roundtree left the scene, and Costello in the interim role has turned the ship around. A couple of tremendous results to close out the season, earning their way into the top 8, back into Champions Cup contention as well, and now with a chance to go on a road run to the URC title.
Well, they did it in 2023.
They'll just going to get some blood
to do it in 2025. The lead for the Hollywoodbets Sharks, short-lived. And just as we said that they were starting to get momentum on their side, they looked.
I'm keeping an eye.
Winning those physical battles, they looked like they were running straight hard at the defensive line of Munster, which is what we were asking them to do throughout the first half. Almost looked like in the first half they were, trying to play the same game that Munster wanted them to play, and they weren't playing it well enough. That man, Peter Omani, if Munster were to lose, it'd be his last game for Munster. He'd hope there's 2 more left.
What do you make of the decision of the Sharks to kick the posts when they were right under the shadow of Munster's post, putting under pressure, and then Munster strike back with a try? Do you think the conservative approach is working?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they tried the expansive approach, and then we saw 12 handling errors in the first half. We said that that's what we felt like this game was going to be. It was going to be Test match rugby, take all points up and off and try and keep it a close game, try and make it within reach. I think for the way that the Sharks were playing, the way that they found themselves under the pump, that was their best bet to try and get points back on the board, to try and take that lead for the first time in this match. Defensively, though, they would rue the fact that they were able to, give away that lead so quickly. He's been back. He's been good as James Fent has come back.
Good there.
Getting involved, physicality.
Okay, time on.
Fez Mbatha, who replaced Bongi and Mbonambi to feed this line out. Eben Etzebeth rising high, reigning at line out time yet again. Esterhuizen running hard, flat lines all evening long, but Munster have had a marshalled and marshalled well. As for Ethan Hooker.
Stripped out, play on!
Stripped in the tackle this time from Ethan Hooker, and Munster win back possession.
No knock on.
This is turning into a real nail-biter at Kings Park this evening.
Okay, Munster, use it! You say that.
4 points separate the sides. Munster look to be holding on for dear life in the first 15-odd minutes of this second half.
Use it!
Before they had their chance to attack, and they attacked emphatically, passing it deep and scoring their try. Etzebeth encroached on the offside line.
Just getting
I don't think he damaged and you went offside.
Trying to stay behind as much as he could, and then just jumping the gun. It's just frustrating because if he was able to get in there, just outside the Munster 22, get a hand to it. So you see initially starts onside, jumps over. Ball's not out yet.
Munster, 6 man, 6.
Engaging in some time management now.
Just make sure we're in and set. Yep, 6, perfect.
By the men of Munster. Dierman feeds the line on. Well taken by Tom Ahern. Sent away by Hodnett. Firing it deep, which they have been doing fearlessly this evening, especially so in the second half. The grubber through comes from Haley. Slipping over is Mapimpi. Real troubles on the cards now! Munster get it done again! It's a stunner!
Happy with the groundings in the field.
Try's been awarded. Thought they might have gone upstairs to check it to make sure that it's good. A slip. A grubber through.
Yeah, just we are, Jack.
And just the reaction time. That's as good as it'll get.
Yeah, happy no knock on as well. Yeah, thank you.
Dear Mid-Kilgay has truly put the cat amongst the pigeons here at Kings Park. Jack Crowley drives it straight and true. 21 points on the board for Munster. Tries and tries.
All the shoulders of the defence of the Hollywoodbets Sharks were turned, and then the cover defence from Makazole Mapimpi had to come in. Slipped. Try time, but penalty now. Hollywoodbets Sharks, and they have to. They have to make this work and get within 3 again.
Wasting no time with the restarts, they fire themselves back downfield. And it's time for clinical execution now from the home side. Hendrikse knocks it into touch.
Just wait till we're down. Wait till they're down. Wait till they're down on the ground before sacking. 5, no obstructions.
Mbatha. The target, Emile van Heerden. The Sharks set that maul again, but this time can they get it rolling? Munster wrapping around. Bodies interestingly positioned. Indeed, penalty to the Sharks.
Illegal. Sacking of the maul. Might have gotten lucky with that one, the Hollywoodbets Sharks.
Yeah, collapsing.
Looked like Munster did enough to wrap the ball up, kill the ball.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I said they want to get within 3. They actually can be getting within 4 if they can get a full 7.
Yeah.
If the maul isn't working,
stay off the legs.
The next question is, what strike armory do the Hollywoodbets Sharks have at the moment? You might need
5 man.
A Lukhanyo and under Esterhuizen, that centre pairing to come up with something in the midfield.
Stephen Archer protecting the front. Into the middle, the Sharks go to Tshituka. The maul is set again. This time it's tightly formed. The reinforcements come. The Sharks add the numbers, but they cannot get it rolling forward. Munster have locked the progression of that rolling maul, and Ethan Hooker takes it flat-footed. Here's Hendrikse. Off to Tshituka, crossing the gain line. Quick ball needed. Hendrikse looking for his options. James Fenter. Next up to carry. Painfully slow. Ball production for the Sharks continues. Etzebeth gets it away to Hanro Jacobs. Jaden Hendrikse pops it off to Ntuthuko, who loves to run with the ball. Hendrikse has Esterhuizen waiting, along with Mbatha, who carries it forward. Phase after phase for the Sharks, but they cannot make an error. Emile van Heerden powers in next. And the Sharks go again. All of the players bunched up around the rack. Ready to go and go again. No try, but a penalty to the Sharks.
Penalty offside. Again, really tight around that breakdown area. Kings Park celebrating. They think it's a try. Someone's got to send the message down. They've got to go again. There's so much width on the outside. Should the Sharks choose to go that way, but they aren't at the moment. At the moment, Jaden Hendrikse is just far too slow at the bottom of that rack. The minute you start making those physical meters, the minute you start getting those hits, you have to have quick ruck ball. Get the numbers going around the corner. Keep hitting at the defensive line. Keep hitting. Keep going. But the ball's too slow from Jaden Hendrikse, which is allowing the defensive line of Munster to set.
There was really good discipline, but just when the very last one.
There's a whole host of Rugby World Cup winners on the field for the Sharks here this evening, but this team has never made
but before that, I felt this was really good,
semi-final.
We got quite
That
fast.
is going to be a shiner.
Got an injury to captain.
Eben Etzebeth, he has put his body on the line for the Sharks.
Yeah.
And this might be the time to rip the shirt, but not in celebration, but rather in frustration.
It's all happening. Kings Park Stadium.
Do you know what we're going to do? Not yet. Wait for the...
How do you treat a bump like that underneath the eye? QR code at the bottom of your screen is for you to vote for the man of the match. Scan that code right now and get involved. You choose who is the man of the match here in the Vodacom URC's fourth quarterfinal. And what a quarterfinal it's turning out to be as Craig Casey leaves the field. Very well might find his name being among the candidates for man of the match this evening. Decision time for the Sharks now. Scrum called.
Well, might actually be the best option. That's where they found the most ascendancy. However,
hold your weight.
It's a new pack that's come on.
Straight, okay? Keep straight. Keep it off the ground.
New type 5. Well, a new front row, and then got Phepsi Buthelezi on.
Is they kicking for posts off the table?
That scoreline definitely off the table. Got Aphelele, Fassi hovering right behind Jordan Hendrikse behind the scrum. So options both sides.
Sorry, lad. All three of us are head on head. When we're on the crouch, let's get ear to ear. Crouch, ear to ear. Okay, happy? Perfect. Makes sense to me.
The defense, the attack of the Hollywoodbets Sharks, standing in a straight line at the moment. Almost look like they're in a defensive set rather than an attacking shape. Which makes it really easy for the defense of Munster to get a high press and to potentially make their hits and keep them back where they are.
An epic battle at scrum time continues and the Sharks march on.
The scrum's on 90. The scrum went 90, so but I wouldn't be able to play on. Advantage, collapse, not driving straight. Good time off.
A complete wheel of the scrum. Not scrumming straight. Went straight down. Barron.
Yeah, but I would have
also
to
just receiving some attention. Remember, the hooker's getting all the pressure in the middle. Very specialised position. Completely wheeling. And the ascendancy of the Hollywoodbets Sharks scrum continues.
We've seen him in more inspired moods in the past.
Nice and square. Both sides, both sides. Yeah,
Ethan Hooker's been inspirational tonight on the right wing, but how about this man on the left wing?
Every time he's got a ball in hand, he's been trying to create something. He's really, really strong. He's physical, he's quick. He's got a really strong frame that he uses. Heads up play, keeps ball in both hands, and he'll not afraid to take contact. Just not enough space for him to work with. But he's kind of taken over a new creator role in this Hollywoodbets Sharks side. He needs everyone almost to get on the same page as him.
We go to scrum again? Yeah. But we're going to scrum again, are we?
Coming back onto the field for Munster is Michael Mill. Probably on Leinster. Coming on for the try scorer, Josh Buthelezi. You can see he was hurting immediately after scoring that try.
Left the mark, good ear to ear, stability after the set. Wait for the hit and then wait for the contest before the ball's in. Happy?
For all the positive attacking play,
yeah, but call advantage, get the ball out.
May prove to be that one slip at the most crucial of times.
It went 90.
Maybe the defining play of this game.
You need to stay behind the midpoint. Crouch! Bind! Set!
The crowd were crying out for a penalty try to be awarded after the last dominant scrum of the Sharks. The Sharks go again, another penalty advantage. Jordan Hendrikse pops it up for Aphelele Fassi. The weekend special touchdown.
No, he pulled him under. No, he pulled him under.
Yeah, and that's all because of the scrum. Ntuthuko, Mchunu, Hanro doing all the hard work, creating the angle to run off of. Looks like it's Hanro that did all the hard work, got that left shoulder, coming back on the inside, then creating the extra runner, soft hands through contact. The Ethan Hooker try came off of a pass in contact. This one, another one from the pass in contact.
Jaden Hendrikse lines it up and slides it home. 7 points on the board for the Sharks. His brother Jordan kicking at 75% this season. Sia Masuku injured. Aphelele Fassi kicking penalty goals against the Scarlets last time out.
And this is the good loose head hook that they got at the scrum. Created the numbers, created the space, got the overlapping call.
I think he's dislocated his finger.
That's okay.
Time's off. No, for me, you're pushing him under. Not giving him anywhere to strike.
Dislocated finger. A lot of players pop it back in, strap it up.
Not always advised popping it back in. Got to leave that to the medical professionals to make sure you get it popped back in the right way. You know about joints popping out of place, wouldn't you, Layla? Recent shoulder surgery.
Okay, good to go.
They're trying to relive the old days. Full steps.
Good to go. Okay, time on.
Yeah, all good to go, all strapped up. Got to finish up the game. Last 12 minutes.
4 points between the sides. Heading for the final 10 minutes. Crowley sent it long, taken in by Tshituka.
Outside. Sharks use it!
Jaden Hendrikse. He knows now is not the time to make any foolish errors. Makazole Mapimpi's underneath the ball again. He's putting tremendous pressure on those high balls here in the second half. They've been perfectly measured, and Etzebeth and Mapimpi in concert have really changed the game for the Sharks. Here's an experienced head, Conor Murray. His 124th cap, the 5-time Six Nations champion, onto the field for Munster. He sends one high for Nche to get after. Fassi rising high, but Nche gets there first. How good has he been? All match long. Crowley fires it deep and finds Nankiville waiting there. That is a flat ball at the very best. Wide it goes and taken into contact by Kilgallen.
A great spot.
Good pass.
Completely out of the front of the fingertips. All gone wide. Everyone was really, really flat for Munster. So Nankiville was looking, trying to create something. Had a man on the inside, went for the skip pass. Just unfortunately forward out of their hands. Opportunity now for the Hollywoodbets Sharks. Coming off with another scrum, try and get a pin to try and get back downfield.
Give you a more formal warning to tell you to shut up. And there's the mark. Work to stay up, work to stay up. Okay?
There's that QR code again. Make sure you scan it, get involved in voting for the man of the match. Ready to come onto the field for Munster is Rory Scannell, who will earn his 200th cap for this side.
Right.
The youngest player in Munster history to 100 caps.
Fine.
He's about to reach another milestone.
Set.
Hendrikse
Yeah, take it out.
feeds the scrum. That win prediction may change drastically with one score for the Sharks, who have looked far more confident here in the second half.
It's your own boys on the ground.
Hendrikse to Tshituka. Here's Hanro on a wonderful angle. The replacement front ranker. Quick ball this time for Hendrikse to his brother. Head down and power forward. From Van Heerden, here's Tshituka. Oh, wonderful feat from Tshituka. Earns a couple more meters. Here's Esterhuizen. Attracts defenders as he always does. Penalty Sharks.
Playing the runway. Trap the in. Players in the runway.
Again, Tom Farrell trying to get over, try and make the steal. This time, player just not rolling. So creating open space for the Hollywoodbets Sharks to clear and set that ruck. Now another opportunity. Didn't get the penalty off of the scrum
Just
earlier
on the
on.
50.
There's an expectant cheer in Durban at the moment. Tom Farrell getting over, but just not rolling.
Just on the edge of the
Was
line.
Coombs.
How many? Six. Six man.
Rolling more of the Hollywoodbets Sharks not being able to get as much ascendancy as they would like.
Crucial line out here. Phepsi Buthelezi fires it down off the top. Esterhuizen dropping bodies. Hendrikse with the quick ball. The Sharks are on the charge! Celebrations set off in Durban tonight as the Sharks snatch the lead back.
Well, the power of quick ball. Mbatha picking his line to perfection. It was off of the quick line out, straight down to James Fenter with a pinpoint pass to Etzebeth. He's the man you look for if you want to get go forward ball. And this is what we've been asking for the whole game. Get quick ball out of those rucks, hit the right lines, and Mbatha picked his line perfectly.
Two extra points on the board as 22 comes onto the field for Munster. Rory Scannell in his 200th cap.
Time's off. I know you've had a lot. I think it was fair.
What a career he has had.
Yeah, time's off. I know. You've had a lot of players.
What an impact he may make.
I think it was fair.
What a crucial time in the match. We approach the final 5 minutes. Play is stopped because Mbatha, the try scorer, is getting treatment on the halfway
I said
line.
you've had enough players down. I thought you were complaining about this.
Quick ball for the Sharks. Deadly.
Stayed low, drove through the contact, pumped his legs, snatching at straws with the Munster men.
Crunch time in quarter-final number 4 of the Vodacom URC. Less than 6 minutes to play, and Munster have it all to do now. Just 3 points behind the home side, the Sharks, who have taken so long to get going here in knockout rugby on their home ground. A ticket to Loftus Versfeld to take on the Bulls is at stake. All sorts going on under the high ball that time, and Munster come away with possession. Nash looking for gaps. Digging in is Conor Murray. He gets it free. Munster have shown how much they can do with precious little of the ball here in the second half. So confident in their attack. Tom Farrell has struggled to get going here this evening. the player who ranked #1 in carries and offloads coming into this match in the entire competition. Crowley with the soft hands. Wonderful play there from Rory Scannell.
Too wide in the tackle.
And the entire time, all you were thinking in this moment was discipline is going to be key for the Hollywoodbets Sharks.
Post called.
Posts is the call just inside the half.
Sorry?
Is that not a yellow card?
I don't think there's a line break. I understand. We've got a process in place that if I'm wrong, the TMO can look at it. Yeah. The TMO's confirmed there's a player on the outside for cover. Okay?
If you don't watch a lot of rugby, what Munster players are asking for is a yellow card for a deliberate knockdown.
Reset the shot. Why are you here? Can you please go back?
Well, Conor Margus just made his way onto the park, and now he's been
I've reset the shot
put in charge
to 60
of trying to get us all square, all level here in Durban. We're going to need hard chases.
Scores level. The flags are raised. That's clutch.
Well, an old head, over 100 caps for Munster, an Irish international stalwart to come up clutch with 3.5 minutes left to go.
Time back on.
This match took a while to get going. But right now, this is the electrifying reality of Vodacom URC rugby. The scores level as we head to the final 3 minutes of the match.
Okay, use it.
In his final season for Munster.
Three to go.
Opportunity for Hollywoodbets Sharks, and now inversely we say Munster would hope that they're able to maintain their discipline. They don't want to give away those 3 points that they just got back on their side. For the Hollywoodbets Sharks, striking.
Mbatha feeds it to Emile for Heerden. Sharks have the ball in their hand here in the Shark Tank, and they can close out the quarterfinal if they exercise clinicality right now. Ethan Hooker chases after the kick from Jaden Hendrikse. Tripping on his way in was the Munster player. Hendrikse has his hands on the ball, pops one over the top to replacement centre, Francois Venter. And the Sharks at 6s and 7s. But Makazole Mapimpi can make sense of those numbers. Hendrikse off to Hanro. You can see the nerves in some of the players out there on the field. You don't want to be the player that makes the error that cost your team the game right here and right now in the final 2 minutes of the quarterfinal. It's popped back into the welcoming arms of Esterhuizen. Bounces up off a knee and powers into contact. Gordon Hendrikse under pressure, off target with his pass. Phepsi Buthelezi having to retreat and going on the double round. Bang-a-lang! Oh, Phepsi Buthelezi with the power. Hendrikse fires back to his brother Jordan under huge pressure. He just has to clear his lines. No chase on this kick from the Sharks. Munster will have the chance to close the match out now. One of their try scorers, Kilgallen, carries. What a clear out of ruck time from Munster as well. Crowley looking to work the angle. Fassi saw it coming. Leans into that with his left boot. Watched over his shoulder, brilliantly so, by the English-born Mike Haley, who responds in kind. Mapimpi under the ball. He takes it very well. A flat ball under pressure. Mapimpi charging back into contact. He beats two. That's Hendrikse waiting on the inside. No more support from the Sharks, and the offload goes into the arms of Munster. What now from the Irishman? What now? in their own 22-meter line. Do they dare to run this ball upfield? They don't. They fire it long. Through Kilgallen, did they carry that
Go
back?
back for the scrum.
Oh, going back for the scrum.
Oh, there's a knock-on. Scrum called, and you would feel the Hollywoodbets Sharks don't mind this. Extra time regulation.
Okay.
Play. 10 minutes. There's a lot of reading to do.
Plenty.
Let's go, guys.
What you need to know is we're going to extra time if the scores stay level, and whoever scores more points during that time will be the winner of the match. Thereafter, we'll head into the following permutations. But right now, let's stay in the moment. The moment when the clock has gone red.
Let's go ear to ear on the crouch. Keep that gap on the
Clock
mic.
has gone red.
Okay. Yeah, I will, of course.
An attacking scrum for Munster, defensive scrum for the Hollywoodbets Sharks. A set piece that the Hollywoodbets Sharks have completely dominated throughout the entire match. The conversation has to be, you've got to attack this scrum as if it is an attacking scrum. Get the penalty, go for the three. And then you and I don't have to come up with more words.
I think it's the last scrum of the game, so sure then. Just make sure ear to ear on the crouch, and just make sure we get to the bind, we don't go in. Okay, let's keep the space. Yeah, keep the space. Yeah.
Our Scottish referee tonight, Mike Adamson, lays down the law.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't put them under you. Keep it up. Make sure you keep it up. There's the mark. Ear to ear on crouch. Then stability after the set. Don't hit through and don't step back. That's fine, yeah.
Even as a neutral, butterflies are fluttering in the stomach right now.
Crouch.
The match is in the balance. A penalty here would be devastating.
Okay, I think the gap's too big. I think we're overleaning. We're overleaning to get to them. Close the gap. Let's go again.
And breathe.
Let's go again. Yep.
Ntuthuko,
We're just too far away on the crouch.
He's had the upper
Ear
hand
to ear on the
coming
crouch.
onto the park.
This one seems like a shot.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Munster under pressure, brilliantly played back by Coombs and fired into touch by Jack Crowley. Munster survive, fire into touch, and we are going to extra time in the quarterfinal. After the first 40 minutes, you didn't know which way this match might swing. In the second 40, the Sharks came out and bared ball production, fed Mbatha, which changed this game altogether. As for Conor Murray, who drew the scores level, Jordan Hendrikse gets us back underway. We're in extra time in the quarterfinal of the Vodacom URC.
Okay, Munster, use it.
Conor Murray sends it over the top, into touch.
Settle the nerves, back to one, restart. What a man, what a time to have a player like Conor Murray on the park, who has had these moments, who have had these big opportunities and who have had to produce results, to be able to be guiding the ship potentially for Munster. Who's going to step up for the Hollywoodbets Sharks? All of the changes made.
Mbatha feeds to Eben Etzebeth. Great contest from Munster at line-out time. Tom Ahern getting up there and disrupting things. Mchunu heading to the Stormers next season.
Use it.
A rapid front ranker. Jaden Hendrikse just outside the 22-meter line of Munster sends one high. Hooker's putting pressure on here. Brilliantly taken in by Kilgallen. He has been almost faultless here this evening.
Presence of mind, stay calm, get the mark. Trying to change it up. Jaden Hendrikse.
Although we can expect some more conservative play in extra time, surely.
And that's, you can just feel that energy kind of has dropped entirely in the stadium, on the field of play. completely that very conservative rugby that's going to be played, taking opportunities only when presented.
How many Sharks? 5? 5 man?
2 halves of 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Play the full 20. No black ball.
Mbatha feeds to Etzebeth. Jaden Hendrikse off to Jordan Hendrikse. Brings that one high. Perhaps not as deep as he may have liked. A contest in the air results in a knock-on from Munster. Scrum Sharks. Not a bad result considering the way the scrum battle has gone.
He's done really well since coming onto the field, has Mike Haley. He's added length into the backfield that Takira Abrams doesn't have. He gets up really high. His vertical's really good up against the likes of Aphelele, Fassi and Makazole, Mapimpi, who's able to get up really high.
Stability.
Sneaking that on there.
Let's just get a nice stable platform after the hit, and then get the ball in, and then let's scrum.
Interesting that Jaden Hendrikse has taken all the kicks today.
Ear to ear on the crouch.
Ear to ear. Jaden Hendrikse is still on the
Left
field.
of the mark. It's fine. Guys, let's get on with it.
Nervous eyes from the front rankers of Munster.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
What an effort from Munster, but Sharks stick to their task. No penalty.
No real ascendancy to no one.
I want to see clearly on both sides and not go left.
Gone
let's move it this way.
Towards the left of the field.
This way.
So if you
Don't
want to
go
try
in.
and get a penalty, you've got to go straight over the mark. You've got to go scrum
Stay on the loose head.
first.
Don't go in the
Then
hooker.
try the angle.
Keep it square and don't go left. There's the mark. If you scrummage left, I will penalise you. Keep it straight. You stay square and don't go in it, okay? Crouch. Bind. Set.
Big scrum from the Hollywoodbets Sharks, and they earned themselves the penalty. Phepsi Buthelezi has a free play, and play he does with the offload to James Penxe. Penxe looking for support. Hendrikse fires wide to Ethan Hooker.
And they're running hard now. Phepsi Buthelezi, battering ram that he is.
No. What do you mean? No. I'll get the team once to check, but I'm pretty sure they do.
All of the conversations happening.
Let me just reset that.
Referee Mike Adamson.
What do you want to do?
He's trying to keep up. That scrum penalty. What is the option? Do you go the conservative route? Do you get a Jordan Hendrikse route in? Do you go for the line?
Second, that's really second.
Jaden Hendrikse drives it into touch. In the first of 2 10-minute periods of extra time.
Phepsi Buthelezi with the pickup. He runs straight at Jack Crowley. The offload. James spent it. Pinpoint pass, and then the long pass up wide to Ethan Hooker. The space was there. Mike Haley hadn't covered it.
Mbatha feeds the line out, finds Tshituka, fent her away to Esterhuizen. Attacking that channel of Jack Crowley again. Mbatha on the loop. Quick ball for the Sharks. Ntuthuko stopped in his tracks by Gavin Coombs. Hendrikse wants quick ball, slightly slower this time. The Sharks flat-footed, and Tshituka crunches up into the contact. Desperately protecting that ball, Jaden Hendrikse. Here's Fenter. No meters for the flanker. Etzebeth next up. Munster pounce on him. Turnover to the Munster men.
No, they're on that side. No impact on the runway. Player straight on ball.
Hollywoodbets Sharks complaining that the tackler had not rolled.
Just on the
The
5.
steal was made. Alex Kendellen getting over, isolated. Eben Etzebeth. And it's as soon as they slow down the ruck, as soon as they make it messy, as soon as the Hollywoodbets Sharks try and go in, try and slow the game down and try and get up front, that's when they pounce. They pick the ruck so perfectly. Do Munster.
5 man, lads.
What a time to get a steal.
The score's level. The number of tries level as well. Less than 3 minutes to play in the first period of extra time, taken in at the back of the line out by Munster. Just outside their own 22, they feed Gavin Coombs.
No, don't push it into him, push it back. Use it. Leave out.
Pops one over the top. For another dedicated chase from Diarmuid Kilgallen. This time, Ethan Hooker gets there first. Hendrikse clears from the base of the rack. Mchunu on the charge. Quick ball for Hendrikse. Finds Jordan Hendrikse. Deep to Aphelele Fassi. Fassi with the chip over the top. It's well measured, taken in by Makazole Mapimpi. Fired back inside to Fenton. Inside the 22 now. Esterhuizen protects that ball and protects it well. Wildly disappointing scenes for Sharks fans as the pass goes forward. Scrum put into Munster.
And it's all the skills under pressure. Those final moments, those last passes for the Hollywoodbets Sharks that haven't gone their way. Spotting the space, realizing you had someone like Makazole Mapimpi who's really safe under the high ball. Then it was all about trying to keep momentum. James Fenton almost having, dare you say it, a brain fart. Saw Eben Etzebeth coming at a strong line. But the play was all on. They had men lining up on the outside. James Fenton picking Eben Etzebeth, but had overrun it already. Those unforced errors.
If the TMO has seen a charge on number 11, then he can come in. But we've not seen it. Okay. What's wrong?
So, worth mentioning, as things stand right now, scores level, equal number of tries scored each. If the second period of extra time finishes with the scoreline as is, or decides trade penalties and the scores are level again, then what, Leila?
Yeah. Okay, well, before we get to that, this is what the Hollywoodbets Sharks are complaining about in the background. You see Mike Haley with the late hit, Makazole Mapimpi. That's what the call was for. Referee Mike Adamson saying he didn't get a call from the TMO, so play will carry on. Back to your point, Paul Stubbs.
Time back on.
If all stays the same, we'll head to a place kick competition. So you've got to look at the two sides there. Who has more kickers? You've got Jaden Hendrikse, Jordan Hendrikse. You've got Aphelele Fassi. For the Hollywoodbets Sharks, that are their known kickers. Connor Murray,
good
Craig
content,
Casey,
hold your space.
Jack Crowley. You've got to find 2 more because I think it's out of 5.
That's when you turn to the front row.
Nche.
Bye.
Nche special.
He kicks on the game.
Set.
The feed from Connor Murray, massive pressure on Munster. A heel against the head for the Sharks. Phepsi Buthelezi breaking away from the back, muscling into contact. Huge opportunity for the home side here. 30 seconds to play in the first period of extra time. Eben Etzebeth carries forward. Esterhuizen running into brick walls all night for the cause. Hendrikse to Van Heerden. He came on earlier than expected and he's played far more minutes than he would have ever dreamed of here in the quarterfinal. Francois Fenter sets the rack. Tshituka with the offload. Ntuthuko. Brought to ground. Munster men over the ball. They cannot secure the turnover. There's Mbatha. Phepsi Buthelezi. Numbers out to the left for the Sharks if they can clear and clear quickly. Fenter carries into contact. Munster have slowed it down effectively.
There's the ball, it's under your own man.
Tygburn making a nuisance of himself, as he always does, the captain of Munster. And here's Hanro Stopped in his tracks. Jean Klein leading a shoulder into the contact. The Springbok number 4 for Munster. And here's the Springbok number 4 for the Sharks. Eben Etzebeth fired back. Jordan Hendrikse charged down, and the play is still on. Fassi has all the pressure on him now. Clean pickup from the fullback for the Sharks, and he's going to run back at Munster. The check over the top from Fassi. It's bouncing loose. It's all over the place. It's into touch.
Into touch, and it's all over for the first 10.
Half time, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Jordan Hendrikse not deep enough in the...
Jack Crowley to get us back underway. 10 minutes to play in KwaZulu-Natal tonight in quarterfinal number 4. Vincent Tshituka has gobbled it.
Well, first win for the Munster men of the second period of extra time. Back to the set piece that they've been dreading throughout this entire game. Went straight through the breadbasket. Called over by Emile van Heerden.
Outside the 22, guys.
Vincent Tshituka just unable to get ball in hand. Fatigue all coming into play now. This game is now about a mental toughness rather than physical toughness.
Don't crowd it.
Remember, your body will be screaming. Your lungs wouldn't want to go anymore. Your legs don't want to go anymore. That's when the mentality, the tough mentality comes in. Which side has the ability to pick up that mental toughness now?
We're too far. Guys, I think we're too far. We need to come down crouching ear to ear. Just now we're coming down crouching, we're too far. Okay? Just make sure the crouching we're ear to ear. Thank you.
Munster will be desperate to produce this ball from the back of the scrum, which has been under huge pressure. The Sharks winning that battle wholeheartedly. But Munster have been the more attacking team this season out of these two.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
A scrum under pressure, fed by Conor Murray. How quickly did they get that out the back by Gavin Coombs? They recycle, no real numbers to work with here. Munster, and the knock-on comes from Mike Haley.
And they had the space. Had Mike Haley got a ball in hand, taking up extra meter, kept ball in hand and released the wing on the outside. It was all on. Conor Murray realizes. Jack Crowley getting off to Mike Haley. Look, Aphelele Fassi was the last defender. Ethan Hook had already released to try and defend the winger.
Good space. Good space.
Ball in hand. You can still vote.
You can still get.
For your Vodacom URC man of the match.
Munster have constructed confidence in their attack round by round. Over the course of the URC, they've carried the ball 2,376 times to the 1,927 of the Sharks. 449 difference between the two sides.
And gained 7,413 meters.
Guys, it doesn't need to be a big gap, but we need to have a bit of a gap.
Physicality that they don't mind taking up into the face of the defence.
Let's go, let's go.
4th out of 16th in the attack. So a side that knows how to play with ball in hand, knows how to create something out of nothing.
Not a big gap, but we need to have a gap.
And thus the Sharks have chosen to keep the ball out of their hands. Heavy legs are preferable to heavy hearts.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
It's time to leave it all out there on the field. And the Shark scrum does just that. Another scrum penalty earned. Francois fires wide to Makazole Mapimpi, who can't hold on. It's a knock-on. Will go back for the penalty advantage.
Got to get upfield. Has to get out of your own half. 6 minutes left to play before we go to the place kicking competition. The exhaustion evident in the players' heavy legs trying to pick those knees up, get back to spaces. It's exhausting stuff here in Durban.
There you go.
Got a man down in back play, Mchunu, and Nche rising from the bench.
Time off.
Potentially be required again. The lactic acid has got to be something special.
Yeah.
The magic spray, something special itself. Can it heal the replacement for the Sharks and Mchunu?
Do you know how many numbers
what
for the
you
line?
just need is the magic spray on you. Doesn't do much. You'll feel a bit of a tingle, but just knowing it's there, you're ready to take on so much. The maul drive has not been working for the Hollywoodbets Sharks tonight at all. Getting no touches.
It's a 5-man.
The defensive effort of Munster
Chance,
at all time.
Time on.
It's been something remarkable.
Less than 5.5 minutes away from a kicking contest to decide a quarter-final in the URC. Who would have think it? Mbatha to feed.
That's fine.
Taken in by
Hands
Tshituka.
off. It's a tackle. It's a tackle. Hold here.
The ball recycled, and here's Esterhuizen, who continues pumping his legs
Ball's
through the contact. Hendrikse for Jacobs. Tshituka hanging out unmarked on the right wing. Can they get the knee to ground here? Hanro Jacobs. A tower of power. Set the ruck in the 22. Scrum Munster.
Ball's in the air, ball needed and go to ground. Ball's called. All the players eventually joining in to try and get the ball going, hoping to get the rip, get the ball back.
It might just be
As soon as Emile van Heerden, Ntuthuko, James Vincent all get involved, it automatically then qualifies as a maul. All you have to do is kill the ball.
I'm feeling it's a contest. I understand.
Back to scrum time. And you said it, Paul. Munster were able to get the ball up very quickly.
Oh, yes.
The last scrum that they were under pressure, they were hoping for more of the same deep inside their own 22.
I know. We've not seen it. It might just be part of the clear out dynamic situation. Okay, good to go. Good to go. Yeah, good to go.
The engrossing grunt of Munster saves them
Well,
yet again. The clock ticks on and on here in KwaZulu-Natal tonight, and what a night it has been. Will it end in glory for the team in black, or will Munster march on to the semi-final?
Crouch. Bind. There's the mark. Hold the weight. Don't step back. Let's get on with it.
Players can't hold themselves up anymore to set a stable scrum.
Control, guys, control.
This reminds me of those conditioning days in the heat. Your SNC just tells you to run, you've got to go. They'll be thinking about all those movements.
Your boy got cramped. Time off.
Drama upon drama. Captain Tygburn, he's shed the scrum cap.
Yeah, you're telling me. Telling me.
What an awful time to get a cramp.
There'll be no mercy once he's healed from that. You bind, you crouch, you engage. And you go again in scrum time. A scrum which has been obliterated by the Sharks and the Sharks replacements here throughout this entire match. Should Munster make it through, the Bulls will be licking their lips. Will go low and co.
Again.
Tygburn back on his feet. Under the glittering lights of Durban here tonight.
Yeah. You do me a favour and just start like that on the set, and then you can change your bike.
A couple of weeks ago against the Ospreys, he left the field on a golf cart. Looked like his season might be over. Came back the next week, earned the Man of the Match award. In typical fashion, for the most capped Springbok of all time, and the famous phrase coined by Nche.
Mom was really excited that he got to be on TV.
The CAPT is cool.
Made for TV, that man.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it.
Murray.
Behind the.
Twice a British and Irish Lion. Feeds the scrum.
20.
Crowley sends it long. Mapimpi's marshalling this one. He decides to keep it in field and charge back at Munster. He has support in the form of Fassi, but no one else. Farrell fighting for it on the ground, not quick enough to get his hands to that ball, and the Sharks on the halfway line will attack. If they give a penalty away here, we know what Murray can do. As such, the Sharks choose not to play with fire. They send it high, they send it long. Eben Etzebeth is after this one. Taken in by Calvin Nash.
Sharks, no!
Seen absolutely frosty under the high ball tonight has Nash.
Okay.
What a difference he's made. Murray weighing up his options. He's got Crowley in the pocket. No question from Crowley. He sends it long. Hooker fields it effortlessly. Fassi sends it high. He'll chase his own kick. It's all on Fassi here. Oh, no fuss from Fassi. Snatches it out of the air. Puts the Sharks in an attacking position. Under pressure at the ruck. They clear. Hooker gets it to Hanro. They're on the opposition 10-meter line. Mchunu has to retreat in the face of fire from Tom Farrell. Away it goes from Jaden Hendrikse. Jordan Hendrikse takes it to the line with laid offload. Present an attacking opportunity for the Sharks, which they cannot capitalize on. Nash grubbers it forward. They'll have to start from deep here. Fenter with a difficult bouncing ball sends a difficult pass to Fassi. Fassi looking to thread the needle. Does not get the angle on that kick. He sends it straight down the center, choosing to play in Munster territory. We are in the final minute of extra time. Fassi diving for the charge down. A torpedo kick downfield. Oh, what a kick that is.
What a kick by Jack Crowley. Torpedo banana kick off of the side of his boot. Gets a perfect bounce on the inside. Less than 40 seconds left of extra time. I want to know, do the players know what comes next?
That is a very good question.
The only sub that has not been made, Bradley Davids, makes his way onto the field for Makazole Mapimpi.
In a pressurized situation with 30 seconds on the clock.
Five man.
Well, could be a tactical choice there with the kicking for posts. Makazole Mapimpi leads the field for a potential kicker in Bradley Davids. There's Mbatha. Oh, it's gone horribly wrong at line-out time for the Sharks. That is so lucky. Jordan Hendrikse able to hold on to the ball. You can see the fear in his eyes. The clock goes red. Surely the Sharks won't take the chance of running. Jaden Hendrikse fires it into touch. Extra time is over, and so we begin. Jaden Hendrikse lines it up, knocks it over. Easy as you like from straight in front of the posts. The Sharks are the first on the board. I mean, even this graphic is exciting.
Hey, if you shout at him again, you won't be making any more kicks. Understand? None of that.
Couple of words
We make sure we got lots of balls
between Jaden Hendrikse and Jack Crowley.
Trying to throw Jack Crowley off his game. He won't be easily shaken. Knocked over a drop goal to knock out Leinster a couple of years ago on the way to Munster's glorious season. Jack Crowley. He sends it bending over the posts. One kick apiece. So remember, the first three kickers, it's not sudden death. If it ends level after the first 3 kickers, we enter into the sudden death situation. Now we're changing the angle. Now, that's what Neil Powell was clearly communicating to the players, who will be kicking the straight-on kick and who will be kicking from the right, who will be kicking from the left. Jordan Hendrikse with a slightly more challenging effort. Hendrikse strikes it clean, raises the flags. He's used the pressure kicks. Won the Currie Cup for the Sharks last time round. Puts the second point on the board for the Sharks. Do we call them points later? CAPT number 200, Rory Scannell. This to draw the scores level. Scannell sends it wide. Scannell sends it wide. Dejection from Munster.
So they must.
Well, turns out all 6 kicks must be taken. Bradley David lines it up and slides it home. The flags are raised. The contest will continue. All 6 kicks must be taken. The Sharks hold the lead. Vincent Koch wondering what's going on, as I'm sure many of us are. The fans in the stand certainly are as well. Munster know they're behind the 8 ball now. Connor Murray. They can't afford another miss, Munster. No doubt about that. The legend of Irish rugby feels the pressure, deals with the pressure, knocks it over.
Yeah, well, now that was all taken on the 22-meter line. They've now dropped back onto the 10-meter line, and you'll take it from the same marks.
A long kick here for Jaden Hendrikse. It's good! Crab kicking in.
I know. Yeah.
As he kicks it long and sends it home.
Right, Jack, just wanna. Hold that, yeah.
The Sharks convert the rest of their kicks. He won't be needed again. But if he is,
Jack, I'll give you as much time as you need. Okay. I'll give you as much time as you need.
Jack Crowley's ready to go. He doesn't mind that Jaden Hendrikse was down within 2 meters of him.
Okay. But can we just...
Jaden Hendrikse is playing the mind games, had a few words for Jack Crowley before the first kick, and now he's cramped up right in his runway.
Sometimes you just need to have someone.
Well, in American football, they call this icing the kicker. Crowley going through the motions right now. A wink and a smile from Jaden Hendrikse. He's a scrum half after all.
Did you expect anything else?
Well, he's not done yet.
Right, guys, we need to make a move. I know it'll be sore, but we need to make a move.
Crowley clearly irritated by what's going on with Jaden Hendrikse, but can he keep his cool here? exasperating scenes at Kings Park. Does he have the mettle? The powers of concentration, the clinical execution. Oh yeah, bend it like Jack Crowley. Now he's coming back at Jaden Hendrikse. It's all happening. Well, to all of you lip readers out there, I'm not sure what he just said. I'm sure it is all clear. I can understand his frustration. Absolutely pivotal kick this from Jaden Hendrikse. The brothers slide their kicks home, and the Sharks are one away from glory.
Debbie, can we confirm what would happen if we have an injury to one of the kickers? Can we ask, please?
This one must go open. If Rory Scannell misses, the Sharks are victorious. Scannell drives it home. What a crunch kick from Scannell.
What would happen if there's an injury to a kicker?
And now it comes down to the youngster, fresh onto the field, Bradley Davids.
Bradley Davids came onto the field with less than 2 minutes left to play, less than a minute left to play, because they knew it needed to be a player that was on the field that was going to have to take the kicks.
Do we have to continue with the Munster kick, even though they can't win? It's on the way.
An enthralling match comes down to this. Bradley Davids drives it straight and drives it true.